Kane Vision welcomes in Kyle Cousin, who is the women's soccer coach at the University of Tulsa. How did your summer go? How did the young ladies do in the summer?
Did great. We had 26 out of our 27 players that came back for summer school, and so our season started in July. The girls came back and worked out with Jill Perez in our strength and conditioning, and just did a great job. We really progressed over the summer, and the girls came back fit, which that means in August all we have to do is worry about practice. We don't have to worry about the fitness and all those things. And so I was really, really proud of the effort that they put in to that month of July, and really propelled us through preseason.
And you got things going early in preseason. You had a TCU match, which didn't count, but now you've had a couple of them that actually do count. You're 0-1-1.
Yeah, absolutely. With TCU, that was a good way to start off the year, not just because of the win, but to play a Big 12 school and play on the road. Our first, counting TCU, our first 5 games are on the road. And so we knew that was something that we had to prepare for, and that was part of our preseason. And so coming back from that game, I think the girls had a lot of energy and excitement to that. And then they were met that Monday. We got back at 3 o'clock in the morning on Monday, and we met APG for the first time at 10 a.m. that morning.
And that's what APG is?
APG is a group of 4 Navy SEALs that they come in and do kind of a not only the mental toughness side and classroom side of things, but a physical side of things too, just to kind of reiterate some of those things they learned in the classroom. And those guys were great. But really learned a lot about our team and their mental toughness and strength. And so feel like that really propelled us going into our first 2 games against 2 top 25 teams.
Yeah, and you ended up with a tie and then a loss to a really good South Carolina team. What did you learn from your team?
Yeah, going back to Loyola Marymount, they went to the Sweet 16 last year, so there's a very good team, and we felt a little unfortunate to come out of there with a tie. I thought it could have, at times, could have been ours. At times, they had a chance or two, and Rebecca Defer made a great save in the second half to kind of keep us at 1-1, but we also were a bit unfortunate not to get the win. And so then turn around and 2 days later have to play South Carolina, who had just come off a tie with OU and also ranked in the top 25. And even though the score shows 4-1, 3 of those goals were set pieces, and so we feel like, in the run of play, we were right there. It was 1-1 game, and so if we can limit set pieces and improve on just 1 or 2 things, I think we're right there and competing to be in the top 25.
And speaking of mental toughness, you're going to have to continue that starting this weekend as you continue on the road, playing at Central Arkansas and at Texas A&M. Right?
Absolutely, and Texas A&M, not to overlook Central Arkansas by any means, because I think the last time we played there, we actually lost 1-0, and so the girls will be reminded of that. But then, then to go down on Sunday and play Texas A&M in front of a hostile crowd always, and they're a top 10 team right now, and so they just tied Florida State, who is number 1 in the country right now. So we're very, very excited about this weekend, and if you look at our schedule, I mean, it's put together to make a run at the NCAA tournament. We feel like we have a very, very strong team this year and very talented team. And so we wanted to get them not just physically prepared, but mentally prepared going into conference. So if you look at it, every weekend we have a top team scheduled. After we get back home here in a week or so, we'll end up playing Ole Miss and Oklahoma and Rice, and so just some really good quality non-conference games to hopefully get us prepared for the American Athletic Conference.
Friday, September 2nd, first home match is against Missouri State, so we will see you there. And last year you got ranked for the first time. Yeah. And are the other goals at this point, you winning a conference championship and then the NCAA, is that what you throw out there?
Absolutely, absolutely. I think our number 1 goal is to be in the top 50 and to be competing for a conference championship and to go to the NCAA tournament. And so that's what this schedule was put together for. And I feel like even with the little, 0-1-1 is not a bad start against top 25 teams, and I feel like if we can just keep improving every day. That's one thing that APG talked about, is just improve 1% every day, and so I feel like we're doing that, and hopefully we're going to be able to make a run at the end of the season.
Where's the strength of this team?
That's a tough question. One of the toughest positions right now to fill is our goalkeeping. We have two juniors that both could start for us, and so both those guys are playing very, very well, and very excited about that. We have 3 seniors and 1 junior starting in our back line. We have 2 seniors, and 2 juniors starting in our midfield. So, and then we're very, very pleased with what we have coming in up front. And so it's hard to answer that. I feel like we're solid. I feel like, honestly, over the last 8 years, this is the first year that we've had 2 people in every position that we can make a sub. We're not going to lower, when we make that sub, people are coming in, and actually the game's getting stronger as we make subs. And so we're very excited about this team and the schedule, and just ready to not only compete this weekend, but I think our girls are ready to come play at home. I think that's going to be when it kind of feels like we're into season. It's hard to start off your first 5 games on the road, but great competition, and that's just the way it was set up.
So the 2016 season is underway for women's soccer at TU. They have the road matchups coming up, but don't forget, on Friday, September 2nd, first home match for University of Tulsa women's soccer. Good luck on the road, Coach.
Thanks, Bruce.
Kyle Cousin, University of Tulsa women's soccer.